Ghouls, ghosts, and hillbillies, anyone? Welcome to the Swamplands. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we're taking a look at Fallout freaking 4. You heard right. Can't believe I'm still saying that. This game is coming out so soon. November 10th. I'm sure you guys all have it marked on your calendars, but for those of you that are new, welcome. I cover Fallout 4 here extensively on Open World Games, and you can actually check out a huge backlog, of course, here on Open World Games as well. But with this video, we're taking a special look at the Swamplands, and for very good reason. We've got some speculation to go over. Yes, this is more of a speculation video, but it's very, very good speculation in my opinion. Now, we're going to go to a user on Reddit. It's Ironclad Oni, who replied to a post about the Swamplands that we saw in the initial trailer for Fallout 4. It really does raise an eyebrow. What in the world are Swamplands doing in Massachusetts, in Boston? You really don't think of Boston and Swamplands. You think of more like, you know, the towns and cities that have messed up roads. I mean, if you guys see the roads of Boston, they're pretty windy. But he goes on to say, I was always a little confused by those shots. As to my knowledge, we don't really have that kind of land around Massachusetts. Again, it seems like he lives in Massachusetts. He goes on to say, we have plenty of saltwater marshes, which are similar, but definitely don't get those trees in them like some of those pictures have. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. He goes on to say, upon a little research, there appears to be a wetland area known as Hockomock Swamp that is a 69 square kilometers and seems to have some sort of paranormal reputation. Hockomock means place where spirits dwell. Interesting. Now, there are many stories and legends that have become associated with the swamp even in modern times. It has, for some, remained a place of mystery and fear. The paranormal enthusiast community considers the Hockomock Swamp part of the Bridgewater Triangle. So it sounds like this could be a very spooky, ghostly, haunted place to visit in Fallout 4. And you know, ghosts and ghouls, of course, are not something that are unusual to the Fallout franchise. In fact, ghosts have appeared in Fallout 2. What would be interesting about this is if we could, you know, stumble into this area and have some sort of paranormal activity and see visions and ghostly images of past family members, of past friends before the nuclear bomb hit. That would be something else to really explain the story. I would love this, especially if it was sort of like the ecosystem from The Division, but ghostly images. Can you imagine? So hopefully they really dive deep into the ghost aspect. I think it would be fantastic. You know, the lands of the Swamplands are going to look a lot more like Fallout 3. A lot of you are complaining, going, ugh, this looks nothing like Fallout. It's too freaking colorful, Robbie. But so those of you that are missing this oppressive look, do not worry. You can roam in here, get killed by a Reaver or two or something. I don't know. Build a treehouse. We'll go into the treehouse in just a moment. But it is nice to have that oppressive look, I would agree. So they are really paying attention to your feedback for sure. But what could we expect in the Swamplands? Of course, we did see the Death Claws. It would be cool to see the return of the hillbillies from Point Lookout. Now that would be pretty cool. But I would imagine to get away from these enemy types, you're going to want to build a settlement. And it looks like these settlements in the Swamplands are going to be more like tree houses. And I'm very curious to see if there's enemy types that cannot reach you simply because you're higher up, you're dry, you're out of the swampland, and they have a tough time getting to your treehouse. Now, that would be a badass tactic, and I really do hope that they're thinking about that with the enemy types for the swampland. But also, you'll notice that the treehouse is sort of camouflage, so I'm curious to see if you can also add some sort of camouflage to reduce your exposure. Or at least, you know, enemies may just walk on by. That would be badass. We will find out. Of course, that's speculation. But, you know, one thing that Bethesda does love is they love H.P. Lovecraft. Now, he wrote some horror fiction back in the day. And, you know, this is very reminiscent of Lovecraft Country, which is known to be a dark, twisted version of rural New England. So it looks sort of like this could be a good backdrop for some creepy storytelling. That would be something else to look forward to. So hopefully we get some scares in there. And also we'll probably find out what's going on with the Redcoat Ghouls. Maybe this is an area that they hang out in. I'm not too sure. Who knows? But this was also known as a natural fort. It was a very defensive posture against natives in the area. So maybe that would match why we have Redcoat Ghouls in the game. Who knows? So there you guys have it. What do you make of Fallout 4 Swamplands? I really hope they tap into the ghostly, more paranormal activity within the Fallout universe. I am so for that. You go in there, have your freaky, scary moments, and then, you know, exit to have a break from it, go out into the beautiful open world. We're seeing that's more colorful, and then dive back into your more oppressive environment. Now that would change up the pace of the game, so it doesn't feel too repetitive. And I don't expect the game to be that repetitive. You got settlements, you know, all sorts of mods and stuff like that. So it looks like this game is good to go in the aspect that things are going to be pretty fresh when you are playing throughout it. But by all means, give a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this theory. Interesting stuff. I cannot wait to find out what is going on with the Swamplands in Fallout 4. Ooh, creepy. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games for all things Fallout 4 and open world gaming goodness. See you guys later.